Hello guys, my name is Okeshola Damilola and you are on Stay Motivated. So before we go on today, I'll first say may the soul of Sylvester rest in peace, and may God Almighty give the family comfort, and may he get the justice that he deserves. So this may bring me to what I really want to discuss today, which is parenting. And majority of parents don't even know what parenting is all about and their roles in their children's life. Your children are a reflection of you. Whatever you do, it sinks to their brain, to their mentality. When you do it, they believe that it's okay for them to do it as well. So you have to be mindful of what you do. You have to be conscious of what you say in front of them. So number one is, I'll start with couples. As a couple, there's some certain things you don't have to do in front of your kids. It's very, very important for you to know that there's some certain words that you don't have to use ever in front of your kids, because these children are smarter than what you can imagine. They all these things sink into their brain, and they want to practice it. They want to do it with their friend. They want to, all this kind of thing affect them mentally, because they believe that whatever you're doing is okay for you to do it. It's okay for them to do it as well. So as a parent, you have a bigger role. It's being a parent is not fancy. It's not just something you feel like is not a small job. There's so many things that it entails, and there's so many things that is like, it's so many things. I don't know how to put, I don't know the words to use, but I just want you to understand that being a parent, there's so much to being a parent, that what people think that it's just being a parent is just buying a fancy clothes for kids, just putting them in nice coats and buying them fancy toys and all that. There is so much into parenting than all of that. Parenting is when you can, there's so many things that you have to do, you have to stop doing, you have to discipline yourself, because you know that you are raising someone, and whatever you do, you know that this person you're raising might want to do the same, because when they are your kids, they are learning from you, and whatever you do, they believe is the right thing to do, so they want to practice it. You see some couples, they will fight in front of their kids. They use words in front of their children. You see some men, they even slap their wives in front of their kids. And you have a boy child you're raising, and you're putting your hands on your wife, and you think he's not saying it. You think he would not want to practice something like that. You are messing with this kid's mentality. You are destroying them. You're making them to be an animal, because they will feel like it's okay to be violent. If my dad can put his hand on my mom, then it's okay for me to go to school and raise my hands on my classmates. So many things you have to avoid doing. You see some people, they have people, and they maltreated people that are living under them. And you have kids you're raising, and you are using people you're maltreating to pamper your own children, and you feel like you're doing the right thing. No, you're not doing the right thing, because when you use the ones that are under you, you feel like they are your slaves, or you're paying them or whatsoever, and you're using them to pamper your own, and your own child is seeing all these things, all the pain you're putting all these people through. The child will feel it's okay to maltreat others. It's okay to make people go through pains, you know. So all these kind of little things, you have to be watchful. You have to be mindful of whatever you are doing when you know that you are a mother or you are a father. If you know you don't have the ability to coordinate or raise a child, it's better for you not to have a child than raising a murderer, raising a bully, raising mean children, wicked children, that they feel like it's okay to make other kids go through pain. So, as I was saying, there's so much to parenting that what majority of parents feel, maybe you think, okay, it's just buying them fancy clothes or getting them toys, let them see the world and all that kind of thing, putting them in a very expensive schools, and they don't have manners, they don't have home training, because as a parent you don't have manners yourself, you don't have home training yourself. When you don't have one, how do you want to raise a child to be good when you are not good yourself? You will see some women, they go out, they gossip about others, they are so mean and wicked, they have bitter heart, and at that particular time that you are doing all these things, you're raising a girl child, and she's seeing it. She's seeing how you badmouth all your friends, how you do some certain things, and she even join you in your conversation. She join you when you gossip. She join you when you want to pop nose in other people's affairs, and you think that that child will grow up and be a normal child. It's not possible, because you have invested so much bad values inside your kids. She's looking at you do all sorts of unspeakable stuffs, and you think that she will not grow up to be like that. Definitely she will want to be like that, because our kids see us as their mini god. They look up to you, they want to be like you. They see you every day and they feel like whatever you're doing is the best thing ever. You know, they love you, they adore you, and whatever you do sinks to their brain, to their mentality. So parents, you need to start messing with these kids' mentality. You need to start looking out for yourself. I think when you know that you want to become a parent, you need to start looking at your life and see that if there is some certain things or certain values that you have that is not good, and you know it's not good, you need to start checking yourself and know that there's some certain things that need to be changing you before you bring out kids to the world. Parents, you need to start raising future generation kids that are going to impact meaningful things in society. Don't stop bringing dangerous kids to the world. Stop raising dangerous and wicked and mean children that will be dangerous to our society and other children, that will damage other children's life and damage them. You know, there's some kids that they bully some other kids to a point that they apart from pain and fear and hope, they put so much into them. They destroy them. They destroy their mentality. They destroy everything. They destroy their courage. You know, you cannot raise a bully child and bring it to the world to come and destroy other children, other people's children that they are raising well. You need to start taking accountability for your own child's mannerless behavior, and that starts from you. You need to start watching yourself. You know, I don't know, I have wondered why some parents gossip with their kids. You see some women, they sit down and gossip with their kids and you know, I've been somewhere before that you see the mother, they want to know everything that is going on in other people's life, to a point that they even send their children to go and spy on them. What kind of children do you think you're raising when you are training them to be a spy, to spy on other people's business, something that is none of their business? They have no business with that person, but you are raising them to be a spy, to be in people's business, you know, and you think that you are doing a good job. Do you think you're doing a good job? You will see some mothers, they're having conversation with people, and you will see their kids, they have opinion, they want to talk about it. When we are growing up, my grandma, may I still rest in peace, you cannot even dare to look at my grandma in face and say, when she's having conversation with her friends, and you want to put your mouth, the way they will smack the hell out of you, you know, you'll be sorry. So I don't understand these our generational mothers and how they raise their kids. I can still remember that. I know I raised myself like, I'm always not raised myself like that. Like, I've always been alone and doing my stuff and everything. But all the values they have invested in me growing up, they are putting me, all the way they raised me and everything. I did not forget anything. I did not forget anything. When I'm in school, when I was in school, I know that there's some certain time I have to come back to my hostel. Wherever I know I have to come back to the hostel, I know that if I'm doing some certain things, I know that they are not good, or I'm going in the wrong path, I always call myself back, because I remember that I was not raised like that. You know, I think about how they raised me. I think about all the values and what I want to become, and the things they tell me. And you know, I don't know. It's so painful and it's so shameful, because majority of parents, they are the ones damaging their children these days. I know that it takes God's grace to raise kids. We seek for mercy. We seek for mercy and favor of God to be able to raise good children. But parenting, there's so much it starts from you. You want to raise good children. Are you good yourself? Are you good? Are you clean? When you are bitter, you are going to raise a bitter kid. If you are not good, you are going to raise a child that is not good, because they look up to you. All the values that is in you, you are going to put it in them. So how do you want them to turn to be? So parents, today you need to ask yourself, am I really good? What kind of children am I raising? What kind of children am I putting in society? Am I raising kids that are going out to damage the society or to make impacts? Am I raising kids that are going to add values in my community, in my society, to the world? Or you are raising murderers, bullies, mean, wicked children, fraudsters, hackers? You know, there's so many more in parenting than the way we raise kids. So parents need to start thinking and checking themselves. Drop all those bad habits. You can't be violent and you expect your kids not to be violent. You can't be an alcoholic and you expect your kids not to be an alcoholic. You can't be doing all these shameful things, disrespectful things, and you expect your children to turn out to be better. It takes the grace of God, because they look up to you. All these things, they see it, so they are going to master it. It registers in their brain. You're messing with their mentality. You need to stop. You need to stop all those bad habits. You need to purge it out, because it's now becoming kids killing kids. So adults are not safe, children are not safe, and everything still come back to you. When we have fathers that already went fathers that are in university, and they join courtesan, and they believe it's okay, it's something they are proud of, and they still talk about it in front of their kids. So how do you want the children to turn to be? Do you think they will not feel it's okay to be a courtesan? They will think it's okay because that's what you do, and that's what you're proud of, and they look up to you. So all these things need to stop. All these things need to stop. We need to start thinking about the future of these children. You need to start being responsible. So I want to hold all parents today to think about everything. Think about it deep down. All the bad habits you have, please drop them. Be mindful of what you do in front of your kids. How you talk to them matters a lot. Talk to them, be friends with them. You know, when it's time for you to be disciplined, don't over pamper them to a fault that they get spoiled and they don't listen to you. Let them have that fear. Let them have that fear that, okay, if I do this, my mother will not tolerate. If I do this, my father will not like it. Even if they're outside and they, you know, I know bad society corrupt good manner. That's why I said it takes the grace of God to raise children. But at the same time, when they know that they have these values, and with God, when they go out there and maybe they want to join one society or somebody's trying to corrupt them, they have it at the back of their mind that, no, I cannot do this. My mom will not take it. No, my dad will not take it. No, you know, so many things like that. Please, parents, these things start with us. It has gotten to a point when kids are killing kids now. So we send our children to school and we are so scared because we feel like they are not safe. We have kids that will bully them, that will beat them, that, you know, that will do all sort of things. And majority of these children will not be able to even speak up because they are so scared of what those evil kids will do to them. So all these evil that you know that you're raising, all this evil you know that you're putting in your kids' life, please try to change today. The change start from you. As a parent, the change start from you. Raising a good kid, you have to be good yourself. Raising kids that you know that are going to be amazing, you have to be amazing yourself. Raising children that are not bitter, you have to know that you're not bitter, you are not a jealous person, because all these things start from bitterness and jealousy. Maybe there's something they see in that and they feel like they don't have it. You know, you're raising children that you feel like you want to raise children that you don't want them to be insecure. It starts from you. Are you insecure yourself? So all these things, you have to start working on it. And I hope that by God's grace, we will be able to raise good children that will make impact in our society, that will have values to our society, that will be leaders of tomorrow, that will be proud of. God will not allow us to raise kids that will bring shame upon us, upon our families, in Jesus' name. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time on Stay Motivated. Please like, comment, and share. Bye.